Did you know if you drop a like and subscribe in the next 5 seconds, nothing will happen but it will put a giant smile on my face? It's official, the Fortnite Winterfest event for 2021 going into early 2022, which has just now ended, is over. So hopefully within that time you not only opened all the 14 presents of which we could see to unwrap anyways, including 2 free skins, and hopefully you also got the Blizzabelle skin from the item shop on PC. And obviously with the end of this event, despite Epic Games returning to office and adding in a mini hotfix with some content which we're briefly going to be covering in today's video, as you guys may or may not know, there was this one notification for a 15th present at the end of Winterfest that we never actually got to unwrap. So let's just say we're not only going to be revealing that in today's video, but potential 16th presents that are left over from Winterfest or are being granted onto your accounts right now. And with said return of Epic Games to their office after New Year and also Christmas, let's just say Fortnite's returning to normal now, with a ton of mind-blowing content that's yet to be upcoming leading into Season 2 even, and we're going to be covering all of that today, so if it sounds good, sit back, relax, grab your favourite snacks, stick around and watch the full video. And whilst you're doing that, if there's one favour you can do me, considering I'm giving you guys all this information for free, make sure to enter code FM1 inside the Fortnite item shop. I challenge you all right now, try and make this process last longer than 10 seconds, and if it does, don't enter it, that's how confident I am. Entering code FM1 not only puts a giant smile on my face, but cheers my pug up Gus too, as he's been kind of sad recently from discovering that 70% of you guys watching right now aren't subscribed. And speaking of subscribing, we're incredibly close to 2.3 million, and we can definitely hit that before the end of January if everybody subscribes right now. And don't forget too, there's a bonus for this, as I give 5 subscribers every day. So of course, if you do want to receive a gift, make sure you're subscribing to the channel with all notifications turned on, and then comment your Epic Games ID down below and let me know what you like to receive. And who knows, you could be shown like this in front of hundreds of thousands of eyes to see, gifted on screen in the very next video I post on the channel. But with that said, now enough messing around, we need to dive into all this juicy intel that Fortnite have been announcing or teasing, and also the 15th and 16th presents, so make sure you don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
I'm not, I'm sitting on my
Don't
back.
go anywhere.
Okay, so one of the first things to mention, despite the fact that obviously Winterfest is over, and that means the lobby has returned to normal now from the winter-based lobby, and not only that, we don't have Sergeant Winter's Lodge anymore to enter as a menu. Even though this is the case, if we hop into game right now, you can clearly see that all the Christmas decorations are still here, not only around the bushes that we can destroy and get material off, but also the Christmas trees in name locations and stuff. And why in particular this is very strange is because they've actually added a new map change today, despite obviously taking out, or hotfixing out should I say, not only the winter-based lobby for Winterfest and Sergeant Winter's Lodge, but this map change, believe it or not, has to do with Buttercake, codename for the brand new dinosaur wildlife NPC or kind of thing that's going to be appearing in-game. Remember how we initially saw this for the first time in the Chapter 3 Season 1 trailer alongside some extreme weather conditions and other stuff that's yet to be upcoming? Well, it looks like this is the next thing to be revealed in-game, as they've literally added a map change right here, as you can see, where it looks like it's frozen underneath a pile of snow breathing outwards, if you listen to the sound effects of course. This is 100% kind of a mini Season 9 Chapter 1 vibe, with the polar peak monster stuck inside the iceberg breathing out, if you remember this clip. And for those wondering about proof to back this up, well, as you've seen from the clip repeated in the background that's only 3 seconds long, played in reverse and normal, despite Fortnite tweeting this out as a kind of promotional asset for when Boba Fett released, they've now tweeted out, yes, this in video form, showing, well, Buttercake, what seems to be trying to eat or nom nom down on Boba Fett himself when flying away. And despite this being a promotion, not only the image but the animation for Boba Fett, and now it leaving the item shop so people have an urgency to buy him before that happens, something that you will notice very short in this clip in itself, or the image that was tweeted out, literally the same thing. As you can see right here, there seems to be an unreleased skin that we've been anticipating for quite some time, which even has relation to the 15th present, which we're just going to be mentioning in a second. And as you can see, data miners like Sheena have finally managed to determine as of lately that Madcap will be releasing soon, considering the text for him when having him in your Fortnite locker states introduced in Chapter 3 Season 1. And believe it or not, this skin, yes, may be in the item shop right now at the time of you watching this video, alongside the 15th present, which will be completely free granted onto your account, as initially Epic Games not only said they would be giving us a 15th present, not only on social media, but in-game with this notification for the downtime that occurred, which lasted hours, so it's part of a compensation. They tweeted out to end off Winterfest, or just before, as thanks for everyone's patience during the downtime login issues, we'll be kicking off Power Leveling Weekend from the 7th of January to the 10th of January at 7 PM ET, and granting everybody who logged in during Winterfest the new Crescent Shroom pickaxe before it arrives in the item shop later. And speaking of this Power Leveling Weekend, when it starts, I'm guessing this is is going to be the first available day of where we can log on and perhaps see our final screen of what seems to be the Winterfest reward screen background with this on it being, well, the Crescent Shroom pickaxe itself. Of course, then if you put 2 and 2 together with this being the pickaxe attached to Madcap's set and with Madcap releasing soon or in Chapter 3 Season 1, it's a no-brainer that he even could be in tonight's item shop when I'm recording this video, but if he's already there or not, you can correct me or, like, praise me for my insight down below in the comments. Speaking of the Fortnite item shop, what we may be very surprised soon that rotates throughout here is the brand new Icon Series skin, and not only that, a very anticipated or well-deserved one for Ali A. As you can see, Top 5 Gaming tweeted out right here, Ali A's skin, question mark, Fortnite might be teasing that the next Icon Series skin will be at oh my god it's Ali A, as they posted the Diplodocus meme on their official Discord. As you can see right here is literally a list of all the Icon Series skins, despite, may I just add, as you've got a good look at this, the Travis Scott skin. So does this mean he's never coming back to the item shop now? I know there was a big controversy surrounding him, but it looks like they're not vaulting him from people's lockers or any of the cosmetics surrounding him, considering, well, as you can see in the lobby right here, I still have all of that. As of right now, we don't have an official look at the Ali A Icon Series skin or if he's definitely going to be getting one, although Fortnite like to tease things in very subliminal ways and that would match this criteria. My thumbnail designer over on Twitter, ESK Concepts, made this a while ago of what an Icon Series Ali A skin could look like with selectable styles or progressive styles or whatever, which honestly looks really cool. Speaking of Twitter too, make sure to follow me over there down below in this video's description, the first link I believe it will be, or I'll put it in the pinned comment too. Despite me hosting a ton of giveaways as of recently over there over the past few months leading up to Christmas and New Year anyways, speaking of free stuff, or should I say free rewards that Fortnite have officially announced over there or data miners have tweeted out about, as you can see on January 8th there's going to be starting a brand new tournament surrounding the Cobra Kai collaboration, considering we got a ton of cosmetics surrounding this in the item shop for the release of the brand new season of this over on Netflix, and this is going to allow us to not only earn all the free sprays in this image or the promotional asset that they initially put out there for this cup announcing it, but as you can see here is the criteria for earning all of those on screen right now throughout this tournament. So for the top 50% of people, they'll all get the first spray. For the second, you need to be the top 33%, and then the final spray is the top 10% of this specific leaderboard or tournament. And speaking of sprays, while we're on the subject, one of the free rewards in the creative side of Winterfest, free things that we could earn anyways, are finally, yes, being granted onto people's accounts right now as a secret 16th present. I don't know why they've chosen to roll these out after the fact of the event ending, rather so when people met the criteria of only playing 2 hours in creator-based maps, but either way, if you met this criteria, yeah, they should be rolling this out onto your account right now, if not over the next few days on the lead up to 19.10, which data miners like Sheena have actually stated will be soon, considering not only, yes, is this the name of the next update 19.10 as we're in version 19.01, but apparently we're most likely going to be seeing one of Spider-Man's enemies as a skin in-game and maybe even an NPC. Epic Games themselves did actually confirm a while back in one of the initial articles that yes, we're going to be seeing even more people from the Spider-Man universes, whether enemies from the MCU version of Spider-Man or like the Amazing Spider-Man or even Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. And of course, with it already being determined from day one that we're not only going to be seeing a Mary Jane NPC, which of course is Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man's girlfriend in the movies, but then of course with her being a main character it wouldn't make sense to not release her in the item shop, so of course yes, we're going to be seeing a Mary Jane based skin. And speaking of which one of his enemies it could be, as you can see there's some concepts in the background right now of what some of Spider-Man's enemies could look like, or even Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, a different variant of him inside the Fortnite item shop. I know we've got so many skins of Spider-Man with not only the different variants of Tom Holland, but the one in the Battle Pass and then selectable styles for both, but let me know down below in the comments what you'd like to see, whether it is like one different version of Spider-Man and one enemy, or multiple enemies and no more versions of Spider-Man. And speaking of updates, despite us yet to see at the time of me recording 19.10, although Epic Games have just returned to office, they've actually already started to work on 19.20 according to Sheena right here. So this not only means despite Epic Games giving us a ton of free rewards and content over the Winterfest or winter event or Christmas period, they're not only back in office now working on the future update like the next one upcoming, but like literally planning the future of this season, which is a good thing considering not only in this hotfix that we received before 19.10 did we get this sprinkler shield keg item upon throwing it down and standing around it can heal us from 0 shield to full shield, and of course it can do this to multiple people, like literally an infinite amount of you stood around it considering we're all affected by it being placed. But for those that haven't noticed, we've started to see the first of many storyline or lore related map changes to do with the Imagined Order and drilling sites trying to get through to, well, the flip side from the other side that people are speculating. And speaking of this lore related process happening now in Chapter 3 Season 1 finally giving us a direction of where we're going this chapter, of course we're not only going to be seeing more developments of this and made more obvious that the IO are definitely fighting against the 7 later this season, but even data miners and insiders like Sheena and Tabor Hill have actually managed to back this up, as they stated Chapter 3 Season 2 leaks there will be a war against the Imagined Order, and there will be drivable vehicles with turrets. This was shared in Tabor Hill's latest video, and everything is subject to change, but obviously Tabor Hill has a track record for having accurate inside information. So with these map changes of not only the IO drilling sites, but what seems to be anyways the rockets launching from where they actually are at the Sanctuary on one of these outskirts islands belonging to all members of the Seven, which now are revealed to not only be the Visitor, the Scientist, the Paradigm, the Foundation, but the two sisters, and then the origin of which both look like this, the last three remaining members of the Seven, according to a Fortnite survey of unreleased skins. All of this tied together despite the conflict shown or portrayed in the end event cinematic between the Seven and, yes, Dr. Slurn or the Imagined Order, definitely confirms a future war or conflict for them going forward, which Hypex actually stated something interesting about right here. If Epic recreates the concept of Chapter 2 Season 2, but with the IO and the Seven, it would be the greatest season ever, considering that Season 1 will send us up to Season 2 with straight good vibes, and that the IO and Seven are two completely different factions, which brings many different weapons, items, and possibilities. Honestly, I couldn't agree more with this, and if you're the same too, leave a like in today's video, or if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel with all notifications turned on so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And speaking of other videos or your next destination, now make sure to interact with anything on screen. I don't mind what you click, but most importantly, hopefully I can catch you. Yes, you the individual still watching, I can see you, but hopefully in that very next video I do post on the channel.